Okay, so today is Wednesday, 10th of January 2018, and here's something interesting. If we look at warnings, current warnings for Australia, and click on tropical cyclone, here we have one active system in Australian waters at the moment, and that is a tropical low, which if we bring up the track map, the forecast track map, and this is from 5:31 this morning, 10th of January, and this is advice number 10. Today is the 10th, and the track map shows this becoming a category 3 tropical cyclone before making landfall here at Sandfire, not too far from Wallal Downs, which is to the east of Port Hedland and to the southwest of Broome. So that's the forecast for this system, which you can see here became has started off as a tropical low and is about to become a hurricane. Now or a cyclone as we call them in Australia. So this is 5 AM on January 11. I actually think this system is going to become a cyclone today, the 10th. And there's a couple of reasons why I think that have to do not with science but with coincidence, synchronicity, something that I'm into, which not too many people are into probably as much as what I am, but I am. And here's something else that's interesting. Now that's the only system in Australia, but if we go for a little search on, well, I'm using the web search, not Google. Let's go with cyclone, because I've already might have to go for tropical cyclone. Should bring it up. Irving, I've already searched this before. Okay, now this has brought up the American weatherunderground.com and the link for tropical cyclone Irving with the tracking map. So there's no mention of this on the Australian Bureau of Meteorology website, because this cyclone, while it formed in Australian waters and was named by the Australian Bureau of Meteorology, it quickly moved out of Australian waters. So Irving was a sneaky little brat. He flew completely under the radar, and that's where Irving is, out in the middle of nowhere, as a little category, well, a category 1 hurricane equivalent. And here you can see the storm's history. There we go. Formed just in Australian territory and then moved outside. So it's gone way out over here. If you're wondering, like, what's this? Well, I'm pretty sure this is Africa here in Madagascar. Don't necessarily count that as gospel, but pretty sure that's Madagascar there. So this is way out in the middle of the, really truly in the middle of the Indian Ocean. And you can see where it formed, way up here. Irving, very sneaky, because he's kind of gone completely under the radar, as you will see in a second. And here's some stats on Irving, on what he's done, his progress. Yes, let's just see something. The meteorologists at the Weather Channel say in this little clip that the next system will be named Irving, but I'm pretty sure it's actually going to be Joyce, because Irving, like I said, being sneaky, gone under the radar.
On Friday is looking like a very busy day here at Sky News Weather. We also will be tracking our tropical low, which is hitting northern parts of WA. Still a bit of model uncertainty on this one. It may form now into a tropical cyclone this evening in the early hours of Thursday morning. Talk us through it.
It's a good chance, actually, because it is popping off the coast just now. This is some model data looking at the forecast track of that low. It's heading west at the moment at 11 kilometres per hour. It's forecast to make a left-hand turn and then head south towards the far west Kimberley coastline. Too early to say exactly when it will hit the coast, but more than likely it will be sometime on Friday. And the Bureau right now have it intensifying tomorrow into a Cat 2 and then into a Cat 3 before making landfall. Now, Sam, it is actually possible it will never become a cyclone. It's not likely. It's only a slight chance. But if it was to stay on a more eastward track, just inland from Broome, well, it will just remain as a tropical low and bring heavy rainfall. But more than likely, we will have a cyclone, probably developing at some point later on Wednesday. As a result, cyclone warning has been issued. The red shading from Koori Bay to Wall Downs, that includes Broome. That area in the red could see galeforce wind for the next 24 hours. Now, today, nothing above damaging. Destructive winds, gusting over 125 kilometres per hour, could develop on Thursday if the cyclone is close enough to the coast and if it does intensify.
And if it does form into a cyclone, it will be called Tropical Cyclone Irving.
Irving, okay, that's next on the list. So we're up to I on the list. Irving's the one, and this is the second system to make landfall, if it does, already this season, and they've both been in exactly the same spot, just off that coast of Broome.
So it's looking like a dangerous 24 hours ahead in terms of if that cyclone does or does not form off that north coast of WA. Stay tuned. In 60 seconds, we've had extreme weather hitting parts of the United States. We'll tell you where shortly.
Well, I think it will form, and it will be named Joyce, because Irving was a sneaky boy. He flew under the radar.